The people who are listening my voice in the name of Almighty Allah, you must especially have profound patience, forbearance, and if you have patience, it will be easy on the part of you to reach your targeted goal. The world in which you live is neither paradise nor heaven. Today I will especially discuss before you about the departure or retired special headmaster of a school or retired principal of any college or today especially let me take this subject matter to discuss this before you school and college. I mean from class 6 to SSC. From class 6 to SSC. In Chittagong, you will get this school name collegiate school. Collegiate especially means regular. Non-collegiate means not regular. Discollegiate means especially not special. Does he or he does not come to school at all. Collegiate means niyomito. Discollegiate অনিয়মিত. Non-collegiate আসেই না. You have understood this thing. So today I will tell you especially about a person, suppose XYZ of your locality, who had been who taught at your school and college more than 35 years. Today he is going to get retirement, and in this section about his achievement you need to try your best to tell. But if you especially can't tell in this it will be highly helpful. But to become an expert in this section, you must practice yourself regularly. And by practicing is one day you cannot especially be successful. You have seen is Olympic. In Olympic is a game I should share the person who especially show display direction. Various kinds of games, they practice this especially for a long time. Probably after 4 years, probably that scholars these games are displayed in the international field, and sometimes whenever we notice some girls, we think her body is being made by the help of rubber, but obviously not. She has also flesh and blood in her with her. She had especially like the other girls of Bangladesh, but she practices in the joy that for this reason they can perform this task. On the contrary, many of you have already watched circus, to show circus is hard work, but to especially watch circus is easy work. You can watch the circus with your family members. Obviously, there cannot have been any problem. But some display, especially is so difficult is the one we think. Sometimes we think is this particular is circus shower, maybe boy or girl, that you are getting may fall down to the ground and that person is may die there. But of course, they are accustomed in this section. But when they do not show circus, and this particular is maybe 5 months per year, this time they spend this time especially at the house of circus owner. Circus is the owner special house, they take their food, get salary, and they practice their own. And if they do not practice, of course, especially this 3 to 4 months, maybe 5 months, and they will automatically forget this matter. Similarly, if you do not practice yourself, especially to deliver your speech in any language of the world, you will also forget your special language. So, whatever might be, every one of us have learned many things coming to this world. Only Hazrat Abdul Qadir Jilani Rahmatullah, only Hazrat Abdul Qadir Jilani Rahmatullah learned 18 para Quran from the womb of mother. Therefore, I requested the students and followers, try your best to acquire good quality with yourself, and especially good quality means if you have good quality, your future sons and daughter will have good quality because your blood will transfer to them. But if you have any bad qualities, especially who are my listener, but this particular bad qualities, of course, shall transfer to the body of your sons and daughter. On that time, when your sons and daughter will be teenage or especially young, on that time they may not be obedient to you. They may be disobedient. Number one, they may not obey rules and regulation of Quran. They may not obey especially other principle of Islam. You can ask me why? Because especially the blood what you had from the seed of especially tamarind, tetul. From the seed of tamarind, we cannot hope to get grapes. আঙ্গুর আমরা পাবো না। ট্যামারিন্ডের বীজ থেকে কোনোদিন আঙ্গুর পাওয়া যাবে না। Of course, you are getting, on the other hand, you are getting tamarind, especially that is called is a kind of fruits created by Almighty, taste is sour. Banyan tree. Banyan tree seed is small is one, but tree is very biggest is in size. On the other hand, watermelon plant, creepers, lota, no? And the special watermelon may be 2 kg, 3 to 5 kg, 8 kg, maybe 10 kg. More than this, you can get that, more than 10 kg you can get is especially one watermelon. But Mr. Watermelon, especially plants, creeper plants, cannot stand up is of course, and it lie down is on the ground always. কখনো মাথা উঁচু করে দাঁড়াতে পারে না। Whatever is might be special, you can acquire is a good quality, and thus you can especially expect to get is a good person in future. Your sons and daughter, they will bear good quality. But if you have bad quality in your blood, nature, nurture, thought, conception, characteristics, as well as especially everything else, this thing will transfer is to your, that is called as transfer to your sons and daughter. It will continue up to Qiyamah. As you know, Mir Jafar Ali Khan, especially descendant who are being blamed for the activities of Mir Jafar Ali Khan. But obviously, the descendant of Mir Jafar Ali Khan are not responsible. Mir Jafar Ali Khan was responsible. Whatever is might be. But question is that it is the matter of many and men of this society. Blood is such kind of PC thing. It will continue its action up to Qiyamah, that you is getting. And from this point of view, I do believe one matter that if you are callous in studies, your sons and daughter may be callous. If you are in attentive to the studies, your sons and daughter in future will be inattentive. If you are drunkard, especially by nature, drunkard, player of especially that you are getting, gambler, drunkard, addicted, your sons and daughter may be drunkard or addicted. You have seen many addicted boys and girls, of course, through the newspaper and other information. If you have high nature, good natured is a person, you may get a good natured sons and daughters. But if your nature is ugly one, from different thing, still you did various kinds of gross mistake, of course, by throwing dust into the eyes of your parents. One day you will be parents, obviously. You will have sons and daughter 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25. On that particular time, especially their nature will be like you, because especially they are your descendant, they are your blood, they are your blood, they are your descendant. For this reason, I should share with you one thing: acquire good quality. If there had been any kinds of bad quality in your nature, avoid those things step by step and beg pardon, shedding tears to the court of Almighty, and so that it is possible on the part of yourself to be purified is one. Allah is forgiver. Since Allah is forgiver, then we should pray to the court of Almighty, shedding tears. What is called torture and what is called especially that is called torture in mundane world, you would be able to understand this matter if your sons and daughter become disobedient. If your sons and daughter just choose perverted life, if your sons and daughter in future especially perform bad task connection, if your sons and daughter especially are misguided in this section, if your sons and daughter become drug addicted, gambler and drug addicted person, if your sons and daughter become especially licentious one characterless person, if your sons and daughter just run behind various kinds of ugly action, adulteration, various kinds of especially sinful task connection, on that particular time you will be able to understand this matter, what I did and my sons and daughter are doing this same action. What I did, my sons and daughter are doing this same action, of course, there is getting in each and that day, of course, exception. Exception cannot be an example, of course. For this is the reason, let us be honest, let us be good, let us be gentle, let us be religiously minded, let us have fear in mind, let us discharge our duty and responsibility befitting is the manner, let us have fear in mind, by which it is possible on the part of us to get especially brightest sons and daughter. If you can keep especially your sons and daughter who are good natured person, Namaji, Rojadar, etc., good doer of good activities and action, they will raise their hand after your death beside your grave or staying at home. They may tell Rabbirhamhuma Kama Rabbayani Sugira. But if not, especially if you cannot teach them, is a good thing. Obviously, after your departure from mundane world, they may sing a romantic music. They may sing romantic music at home, may dance especially together, may pass their time going to nightclub, day club, with especially various kinds of making adda with ugly minded person, may do whatever they like most here in there, but you have become inhabitant of grave, and living is a vast toil for them. You have come to that is called grave by being totally orphan. So especially that is called, I would like to request you to just especially be good and get a good best thing. Do good, get better thing. Do better, get best thing. Good to better, better to best. Of course, you can hope to perform this task, and especially you must not think bad to worst to worst. If you do bad work, your sons and daughters will do, especially that is called bad to worst work. Then next generation may do, especially worst to worst, bad to worst to worst. That you are getting. মন্দ চেয়ে আরও খারাপের চেয়ে আরও ভালো খারাপ, আরও খারাপের চেয়ে সবচেয়ে খারাপ. On that particular time, they will not remember, especially your that is called hard-earned money. They will make cinema hall. They will especially that is called make nightclub. They will make such kind of situation that you are getting gambling party, dancing party, doing various kinds of ugly task connection, center of bad action. In which and that your hard-earned money is spent especially for bad action. On the other hand, especially Kavaraja will be started after your death, if you cannot keep your sons and daughter Namaji and Forestgar. Then if you can keep your especially sons and daughter Namaji, Forestgar, Rojadar, etc., in lover of the Quran, Hadith, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, staying at the grave, you are getting, you will get especially many things. Whatever might be father is especially no more in this world, suffering mass in the grave. On the other hand, son is dancing, is especially going to nightclub, and with other ladies. In the and that spending is a lot of money, comes home especially midnight in intoxication manner. Of course, especially he fall down. He start operation depression, torture on the family member because his brain does not work. Such kind of cases is not especially only seen among men, it is also seen among women who are the daughters of very VIP family, rich aristocratic family. They do not give importance to their husbands. What is husband? Nothing but a level of my life. Husband cannot tell anything because especially for fear of social prestige and prestige you are getting. What is being done by his wife, he knows. On the other, that is called wife also know it properly. What is being done by their husband. Wife is especially saying his prayer, tahajjud prayer, and doing good activities and action. On the other hand, husband is staying especially at the nightclub with other ladies in dancing mode. Husband is performing just goes to mosque in order to say his prayer, read the Quran, etc. But wife comes 2 or 3 hours at 3 or 4 at night. In intoxication is the manner, and without washing her feet, without taking any food, she lie down on the bed. If her husband especially tells anything, মহিলাটা বলতে পারে এভাবে, জুতাটা খুলে দাও তো দেখি আমার ঘুম পেয়েছে. খালি মহিলাই কি বলে, হাজব্যান্ডও বলতে পারে আমার জুতাটা খুলে দাও, আমি মদ পান করেছি বেশি করে, আমার জুতাটা খুলে দাও, আমি শুয়ে পড়বো, কিছু খাবো না. In the and that, of course, especially neither is your wife is happy nor husband is happy. That you are is getting. So, dear listener, if you ask me, especially how can we get peace and tranquility in this society if there is any Islamic rules and regulation? Especially true Muslim is a lady does not do this action at all. A true Muslim, especially man, cannot perform this work at all. A true man, especially, is always true every action. A true woman is always true in every action that you is getting. So, especially since we have come to this world for short visit, we cannot stay in mundane world century after century. It is not possible on the part of ourselves to take anything except especially 3 pieces of cloth. 3 pieces of cloth will go with each of us, of course, and after it this particular dead body will be kept in the grave. There will be none, no kith and kin relative, no friend, no especially nothing else. Bangolans will not go with him, and he made his strongest building and palatial building by taking his bribe and by misappropriating his public money, grabbing his land, doing other harmful task connection in the society, and showing anarchism, terrorism, fundamentalism, this and that. This person especially became a multimillionaire. After this and that, especially in time his death came, leaving everything here to go to grave, especially by being orphan. His first son is especially singer and actor. Only one daughter is actress, and son is actor. Daughter is actress. Daughter is dancing. With other is the main heroes. And especially his son is also dancing, merrymaking, singing with other heroines. Oh, alas, alas. Look at here for the special person, of course, in his lifetime he didn't do anything. We don't know whether he has gone to grave or not with Iman. Number one. Number two, especially his son is dancing with other ladies, merrymaking, singing, etc., getting bravo, etc. And only one daughter, Justice Special, she has become famous as a heroine, shows especially every part of the body in merrymaking, singing, etc. Passes the time, is going to nightclub, marriage is not a factor matter for her. And in this and that, the person who got married to with this particular lady, he can't tell anything because his wife is famous heroine, whatever might be. In this section, where there is a beginning, there will be ending. I am not going to tell any, that is called something for anyone. Rejecting is any person, of course, you are getting. These are the fate of that is a man whose one son, one daughter. One of them is a hero, another of them is a heroine. Heroine is dancing with so many justices, especially young men. Whatever they like, they are doing here in their life, whatever they like. And her, especially his only one son, especially did this same action. And in each and that, it is easy on the part of my readers, listeners, to understand is this matter. Open the Quran, open the Hadith, and read the religious book. You would be able to understand is everything. I do not wish to tell you more than this thing. Whatever you might be, the person who are bribed think before taking bribe whether this bribing money shall be helpful or not. The person who are land grabber, who are especially grabbing land and misappropriating public money and depriving so many people and person getting chair and position, power, this and that, think about it, whether this thing will go with you or not. What will go with you or not, of course, it is getting. The ladies in the society who are especially passing or night going to nightclub, dancing, merrymaking, singing, without especially saying even especially a single time among 5 of those of prayer 5 times, you are not doing this action, and especially using such kind of dress, you look like half naked. In this and that, of course, decorating yourself like especially that princess or heroine of a modern drama or modern especially film. You are dancing with other young men at the nightclub. Can you think about you what will happen after your death? Similarly, just the men who are performing this same task connection And getting opportunity you are taking is a lot of bribe. Getting opportunity you are especially misappropriating public is the money. Getting opportunity you are just especially doing various kinds of corruption. Getting opportunity you are doing especially that is called harming so many ladies is the lady. Getting opportunity especially you are passing your time is with many ladies, and this and that of course there is getting, and you distribute this among them lakh and lakh taka doing whatever you like most is see. But my question is that is see, will anyone will go with you? No one will go with you. Since no one will go with you, especially so, develop your humanity properly, perfectly, develop your quality properly, perfectly, think about your future, what will happen, of course, there is getting. But it is sure that is especially you have come, we have come not to stay in mundane world century after century. It is not is especially our permanent is residence. The grave will be the permanent residences of all classes of people, of course, there is getting. So the person who are doing crimes constantly and think about your crime today or tomorrow, sooner or later, you will be arrested is at the hand of the special angel. Your every work connection is recorded is properly. Of course, this particular is Amul Nama will be given at left hand is at the day of judgment. And after your ultimate departure from this world, eternal punishment will be started, and there is no, that is called, it is called unending is the punishment in this. And that if you can is think this matter properly, and of course you can advise your sons and daughter, the especially if you are wealthy one, let them is be established mosque, madrasa, charitable especially hospital, etc., etc., not cinema hall, not nightclub, not especially sinful center is especially where sin will be done is only. But when you will go to grave, leaving everything, on that time you will be shareholder of this sin. But if you can make a mosque, madrasa, charitable hospital, other good thing, of course, after your departure from mundane world, I should share with you something, you will get Purna WhatsApp. So close your eyes, especially and notice who is for you, who was for you, who will be for you. How long will you be able to perform especially this task connection? In the chance that if you think yourself and you'd be able to get this solution in life, whatever it is it might be, and from this peace of mind you have learned something. But next case that is called is the video by the grace of Almighty. I'll teach especially that is called you how to deliver your species on the departure of a headmaster or principal or especially teacher, assistant teacher, college that's especially faculty member, university faculty member, or even VC. Vice Chancellor is who is going to get his retirement is from his post. Other especially personality who are departing is from one district to another district. Suppose especially Mr. DC of Pabna district, and he is transferring especially from Pabna to Rangamati district, and now write a congratulation letter for him or towards him. In the chance that of course you should mention his achievement in the district of Pabna, what she did about his career is what she did in his career that you are getting. In the chance that there are some other professionals, especially personality who are serving in Bangladesh, of course, transferable job, you may especially know how to write congratulation letter. It is my main especially that is called thought to teach you one thing, how to deliver your speech, that is called, of course, in the function of congratulation, may Allah help us all. Allah Hafiz.